Dear Youth Formation Team, I want to start today by thanking you for your patience with us as we find ourselves both in a time of pandemic and transition. I know that each of you has given much of your time and your heart to the implementation of the new vision for youth formation over the last couple of years. As we find ourselves now with a new pastor and a new coordinator of youth formation, it is important that you know that the vision and the mission have not changed. Our mission is still to make disciples. We are still committed to your formation, our adults in ministry. We still desire to form you and form our young people intellectually as well as humanly, spiritually, and communally. That just has to look a little different this year, and we have to be creative. In the past couple of years, you've heard us say that we want the vision to drive our timeline, and we want to be very intentional with our time and yours. We promise that we are no longer doing things just for the sake of doing them. This year will be no different. In pursuit of the best possible formation for our young people, we will delay the start of youth formation until January, and we will use the fall to transition well and to focus on regrouping and forming our team. So what are our priorities for the fall? We will continue to search for a new youth coordinator and use the coming months to make sure that the new leadership is able to transition well. Part of that includes time with you. We want to be able to prioritize the time for the team to get acquainted both with our new coordinator of youth formation as well as with me. We want to be able to invest in our team too. We want to foster discipleship and a culture of community among this group so that we can invite your children into that in January. We want to focus on a healthy team so that we can model holiness for our children. We want to make sure that you feel equipped for ministry, especially ministry in the midst of the pandemic. We hope to take lots of time for us to grow in relationship with each other, in relationship with God, and in confidence in ministry. We also hope that this gives your family time to settle into a new school routine and to navigate this new normal. We know that this time may be overwhelming for many of our families, and we hope that the slow pace in the fall will help us all settle into a new rhythm and routine. There is a temptation to look at the January start date and feel like the kids are being left behind. But by taking this time to focus on you and to support our parents, the opposite is true. I'm asking you to help understand that we are investing in a firm foundation for our young people. I believe our time together in the spring semester will bear much fruit because of it. So what is going to happen in January? At this time, we don't know exactly what formation will look like in January. Much of that depends where we are in the light of COVID-19. At this time, we are exploring in-home and virtual options, as well as resuming on-site formation. As January nears, we will better be able to identify which of those options or combination of options will be safest and most fruitful for our young people and their families. While we do have some guidelines, there is also a lot of room for creativity. We would love to have the opportunity to explore these options with you in more depth, to hear your honest feedback, and to get creative together. What's going to happen now? We want to hear from you. We're hoping to be able to meet more formally, either in person or via Zoom soon. But in the meantime, I have a little survey for you. We'd love to hear a little bit about how you're feeling right now. Whether you're excited about moving forward or a little apprehensive about the unknown, I would love to hear from you. We hope that this survey is the first step in more intentional communication between us as a team. Also, the weekend of August 14th through 16th, that's this weekend, the Office of Parish Support is hosting a Youth Formation Summit, which is essentially a retreat weekend for youth formation teams. The weekend is largely virtual, but teams are encouraged to gather together to participate. The theme is Reboot, and the goal is to help us all reconnect with God, regroup as a team, and recommit to the mission. It is a blend between personal prayer, community building, and practical tips for ministry moving forward. If you're interested, let us know in the forum. We can begin planning for those of us who desire to participate. Lastly, I ask each of you to pray. Pray that the Lord brings the right person to serve as our coordinator of youth formation. Pray that the parish during this time of transition. Pray for the young people and their families, and for all that may be on their hearts during this time. Know that we're praying for you, and that we can't wait to be with you again.